What's good, everyone? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room. And this is where we at now. So you clearly see the title of the broadcast. So, I ran across this young lady. I think it was on my Instagram. And I found this very interesting that, women would say something like this. And see, this is the thing out here. We know that a lot of people are not using protection out here, and protection not only from getting pregnant but also diseases and things like that. We know diseases are running rampant around the nation right now in certain strategical areas. Excuse me. We've all seen this on all the social medias and stuff like that, outbreaks and stuff, that happened just the past, last year. This terrible, Atlanta, of course, Houston had this serious situation, but it's wild out here, and it's amazing to hear a woman say something like this. So we're going to dive off into this. Quarters, nickels, and dimes.
I had a big drought over the summer, and then I'm like re-entered a hoe era.
Right now?
But the last two guys I've fucked like in the past month have suggested using condoms, and I'm like kind of being offended by the condom epidemic. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm allergic.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Who likes them? One, it kills the mood, okay? So like they're looking for a condom. Two, I don't want to have your fucking weird offspring baby. Like I have a stronger IUD than like Zeus. Like pregnancy's not on the table. I don't want to have a child with you. Or like three, are you calling me a whore and are you trying to like protect yourself from STDs I might have?
Do you ever ask them like, why are you doing this?
Yes.
What have they said?
This happened to me like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, look at you looking for a condom and like how it's ruining the mood. And also like, why do you need one?
What'd he say?
He just like thought it was practicing responsible sex and boundaries with him, and I was like, blah, 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 blah.
Do you tell him to grow up?
I got the ick. I haven't talked to him since.
So this is where we at here. And so you hear what these two young ladies were talking about here. Now, this is this is crazy to me. And also it should be crazy to everybody out there. Now, I get it, sometimes heat of passion. I'm not gonna sit here and say I wore a condom every time I had sex either. But let's just be honest here, and it's also you endangering your life. Definitely once you know better, you're supposed to do better. But at the same time, though, too, it's amazing to me to hear a woman speak like this when she needs to be able to protect herself. And she was like, Jesus, what are you trying to, you think I got a disease or something? It's like the gaslighting is real out here. The gaslighting is real. So we're going to recap real quick, and then we're going to, stop and break things down here. Let's go here now.
I had a big drought over the summer, and then I'm like re-entered a hoe era.
Right now?
But the last two guys I've fucked like in the past month have suggested using condoms, and I'm like kind of being offended by the condom epidemic. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm allergic.
Yeah.
So she's saying shit that she's allergic to condoms. Okay, then baby, you don't need to be out there loose like that then. If you're allergic to condoms. And I get it. Some people may be allergic to condoms, stuff like that, or the latex or whatever. They also still make lambskin, things like that. They have alternate situations to where you could use things to protect yourself. And also at the same time too, some disease and stuff like that, condoms can't protect you from. Herpes is definitely one of them that a condom cannot, protect you from at all, because herpes is transferred through, any type of way of fluids, skin to skin contact, things like that. In to sit here in today's society to see, women say something like this is truly disturbing. And the dudes that she, said she had sex with 2 dudes in the past month, I think those dudes were justified in trying to find condoms to put on because they knew who you are. They know what you do. They know you, obviously, and they know that you run around here, being free, you're liberated, you're doing your thing, stuff like that. Fine, cool. But don't get mad at a dude because he wants to, wear a rubber and protect himself and things like that. And the gaslighting is real out here, people. It's real.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Who likes them? One, it kills the mood, okay? So like they're looking for a condom. Two, I don't want to have your fucking weird offspring baby. Like, I have a
Yeah.
stronger IUD than like Zeus. Like,
I mean, what does that mean? You have a strong, IED. That's fine if you do, but that doesn't protect you from the diseases that are out here in the world. And it's no way around these facts, people. We can't sit here and negate it that, some of these chicks out here are that way. Some of these chicks don't give a fuck if you put on a condom. They don't care. And of course, dudes, some dudes, most dudes, don't care either. And that's the reason why the epidemic of, all these diseases and stuff is rising in a lot of states and in cities and stuff like that, because, people are out here loose, doing a lot of egregious things, having a lot of, fun under the table, stuff like that. These people are sleeping around with each other. And the majority of women are sleeping mostly with the same group of men in today's society. It's just the truth. Listen, look, these are the facts. And all this sharing that's going on is causing these issues to where people are passing diseases around amongst each other. And, for the people that are not out here, just sleeping with everybody and stuff like that, you need to thank your lucky stars that you don't have that hypersexual, drive to want to be out here like this, because it's very dangerous today to just sleep around this hard. And it started being that way. It's always been that way. Don't get me wrong, but it's getting even more crazier due to the fact of the concentration of the number of people that are sleeping with each other in each city, across America. It just is what it is here. But man, I find it very disturbing to hear this come out of a woman's mouth, that she would be okay with, sleeping with multiple men without any type of serious protection. I get it. She talking about, protection for a womb, where she won't have somebody's, quote unquote, what she say, the crazy baby or whatever she said, but dude, you as a man need to protect yourself first, whether she try to gaslight you or not. And if she try to gaslight you into not wearing a condom, you definitely need to run from that broad immediately, bro. Now, I get it. Some women probably not going to bring it up and stuff like that. You in the heat of the moment, passion flowing, this and that, woo, woo. But if you do happen to, stop for a hot second to grab a condom and stuff like that, and she just throw a fit, or she act, a little funny, or she think that the mood is gone because you had to grab a condom, it's time to get up and go. It's time to get up and go.
pregnancy's not on the table. I don't want to have a child with you. Or like 3, are you calling me a whore, and are you trying to like protect yourself from STDs I might have?
Yes, I'm trying to protect myself from STDs. And all that calling me a whore is gaslighting. That's where the gaslighting resides right there, fellas. It's totally ridiculous here. And that some women would sit there and try to gaslight you and to make you feel some type of way or think some type of way, because you want to protect yourself and you're looking forward to your future and stuff like that. You want to, you want to have your fun. Don't get me wrong, but you want to protect yourself too. And I find it stinking thinking when you run into a woman like this and she just all over the place. She don't really care about herself. She can't possibly care about herself. Now, the IED situation where she won't get pregnant, that's for her own financial benefit, to where she could stay loose and free and do what she want to do, come and go as she please, things like that. That's for her own personal selfish reasons with the IED. She don't want to have any babies. Okay, cool. That's fine. But at the same time, though, too, you can't get mad at a man that want to put on a condom and things like that and gaslight him and tell him, oh, what you would think I got some diseases and all this type of shit. You ought to be thankful, dude. You know what I'm saying? They ain't running around here all willy-nilly, loose and free. That's ridiculous, bro.
Ask them, like, why are you doing this?
Yes.
What have they said?
This happened to me like a couple weeks ago, and I was like, look at you looking for a condom and like how it's ruining the mood. And also, like, why do you need one?
What'd he say?
He just like thought it was practicing responsible sex and boundaries with him. And I was like, blah, 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 blah.
Do you tell him to grow up?
I got the ick. I haven't talked to him since.
So, yeah, he was practicing responsibility. And be honest with you, for some women with this type of mindset, responsibility negates them and it does turn them off. And these are the facts. Being a responsible man for a woman that has this type of thought process, because all women don't think this way. We know that we shouldn't have to say that because it's, nobody's a monolith. But the thing of this is, for women that actually do think this way, that's a huge turn off when a man is responsible. She can't take advantage of you. She can't treat you any kind of way. She can't talk out the side of the neck because you're going to go, because you're not tied to her. You don't have any loyalty to her, things like that. And she's running free, want to have sex with whoever she want to have sex with. And that's fine. That's her body, her choice. But, to sit there and downplay or disrespect the man because he wants to protect himself, because he's thinking about his future after dealing with you, then that's just bullshit. But it is what it is, though. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say,
and that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.